out here by the bank of this creek that flows through in Grand Blanc, and I love the sound of it. I hope you can hear at least a little bit of it. But I was thinking about coming to the body of water when I was reading this passage from the book of Exodus. We have Moses guiding the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, and they come to the Red Sea, and they're faced with this quandary. We're stuck. God seems to continue to get us out of sticky situations, and yet we don't know what to do. We face that as people today, don't we? We know that God is with us. We know that God will get us out, get us through, walk with us through. But sometimes we just don't know what to do. So take a listen to this passage from Exodus chapter 14, verses 13 and 14. But Moses said to the people, "Don't be afraid. Stand your ground and watch the Lord rescue you today. The Egyptians you see today you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You just keep still." One of the things I love about this passage is that, one, Moses is talking to us. This isn't God talking to the people directly. This is Moses talking to the people. This is Moses providing good leadership. Whether you want to call it leadership or pastoral leadership or guidance, whatever the case may be, it's really good. Moses is prayerfully understanding what God is doing and conveying to the people what they need to do in response. Now, typically when we're in a sticky situation, we feel as though we need to act. We need to do something right away. Obviously, the people are starting to feel this. There's probably those in their ranks who are starting to rise up to maybe stand in front of Moses and say, "Moses, I'm in power now. I'm the captain now." But Moses comes up to them and says, "Listen, I know that your initial instinct is to do something right now. But with all that God has done so far, with all that God has proven that God is faithful to us, maybe right now what we need to do is just be still. Not act, not do something." Now, I get that seems to go against logic. Logic would tell us that we are supposed to do something. Self-preservation, get our hands dirty. Don't sit in the sidelines and watch, but be involved. And yes, there are many times in which that is a necessary part of what it means to be a person of faith, a follower of Christ. But there's also times where our trust of God has to lead us to simply being still. Seeing that God has and will continue to act in our lives. So I love that Moses offers that reminder. You just stay still. Don't try to figure out what God is going to do before God does it, but just watch. Now, what's interesting is that God, of course, does provide, and then it is their opportunity to go. God parts the waters of the Red Sea, and the Israelites are then instructed to go through. Now, I don't know about you, but that act of going through the parted waters had to be something that was terrifying. That had to feel like one of the biggest risks they could take. And so sometimes the call to do things is very real and very necessary. But so is the call to be still and to watch what God is already doing. Amen.